Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. It is Bruce Jordan, the Michael Jordan of hotels. If you're nowhere at high tech, you know that Actabl is in the building. Steve is here with us today, and we're going to talk about everything, how we solve these problems that we're having. I think they own like everything or have every software application possibly known to the hotel industry. They're a one-stop shop, so whatever you need, they can get it done. Steve, how you doing, buddy?
Good, how are you?
The show.
Thanks for having me.
So how did you get started in this business?
Well, I like to say that my first job in hospitality was when I was 15. I was a busboy. But then I took a break for a while and I got back into the business 7 years ago. But I don't have this story of I was 12 when I was working at the front desk and I've been a lifer. I've come into it over the past 7 years, and it feels like if you don't have at least a decade of experience, you're a rookie. So I'm still getting up to speed.
Wow. Every good CEO I met, they always start off as a busboy. I'm about to go get a job at Red Lobster right now. I'm ready to bust some tables. So the top three things that we're having, the top three problems we're having in the hotel industry, and how does your product solve those problems in your eyes, of course?
Yeah, the top three problems. Well, I think there's improving top line growth this year, which is a welcome change versus the past couple of years. But I think profitability is still the top challenge. And so you're seeing margin compression, you're seeing expenses outpace that revenue growth. You're seeing margins that are still lower than when they were in 2019. So I think that's the top problem, and there's a lot of drivers to that. And we're back of house operation software that drives visibility, drives insights, and drives workflow tools. Importantly, where you can act on that, those visibility or those insights and that visibility to drive profitability in your hotel. And I'm sure we'll talk about AI, but that's changing a lot of what we can do.
Now, when it comes to AI, I really think it was hard enough just to get hotels to grasp hotel effectiveness. They tried it out at one of the hotels, including my hotel, one of my hotels. And then when they see the response to the P&L, like what they can really track and what they can do, everybody was all in with hotel effectiveness.
Yeah.
What type of challenges are you having getting hotels to grasp AI in this day and age?
Yeah, it's a good question. So it's a powerful tool, but it's a new tool, and it has unlocked new problems that you previously thought you couldn't solve.
Okay.
And so there is an element of how do you train, how do you condition, how do you work alongside customers to embrace AI. And the reality is that you need to do it with a trusted, credible vendor or technology partner. And I think one of the reasons for this is because it's unique to every customer. The real power of AI is going to be unique to your data set, to the questions that you're asking, to the way that you operate, to the people that you have in the business. So we've launched this forward deployed engineering strategy where we will actually embed engineers with our customers to build the solutions on top of our foundation that we have to make sure that they can get the most out of the tool, and that it's not something where we just throw it in and hope that it works, but we can integrate it into their operation so that they're really using it in the day-to-day.
Can you give me an example of an issue a hotel was having and how AI solved it how Actabl solved that issue with AI?
Yeah, so we just launched Altitude, conversational AI, where you can ask questions of your data, you can build dashboards. And I think one of the things that we've seen hotels struggle with is how can they get timely insights? How can they get timely insights to the multitude of stakeholders that they have to interact with? Make sure that that's accurate, make sure that it's timely and relevant in a frame where they can actually act on it and make a difference. So with Altitude, the idea is that you can be in an airport lounge, you can pull it up, you can say, what was my RevPAR growth year over year at this group of hotels? And you can get an answer to then go pass along to your ownership group or pass along to an executive at the hotel. So that what used to be go in, pull reports, look at a dashboard, identify the insight is now something that you can just ask and have it pulled up for you in a really quick way.
Now, the key with being able to customize the dashboards is that every department needs different data. So every department reviews data differently. The fact that you can customize your dashboards for the specific data that your department needs is revolutionary. because usually these systems, they come with, template dashboards. Some help some other departments, some don't. Like they don't need to look at sales. The housekeeping supervisor can care less what the sales is. Like she's like, how many rooms I gotta clean, how much time I got. So that was amazing. I'm really glad you guys made that.
Yeah, no, that's such a good point. And I think the other thing that goes with that is there's some turnover in the industry.
Yeah.
And so you have someone that likes to operate a certain way and they pull their data and build their dashboards in a certain way. The great thing with Altitude and some of the things we're doing with AI is that you can quickly change that and adapt to whoever the new owner of that data or that responsibility is.
Oh, that is so beautiful. Beautiful. Now, the number one thing is admin access. Who do you feel needs the most controls when it comes to admin access? And who will be like the backup person that you've seen from your experience?
Oh, well, I think that'll depend on the use case and the management group and how they run their operation. I do think you'll see more above property involvement on property and those digital interactions. And so there may be some opportunities to shift admin access or the way people interact with the tool in the above property on property space. But the idea would be, how can we give as much time back to the people on property that can only do that are only able to do the real on property things with a guest or with a building or with a physical interaction. So we don't want them spending time on computer or in front of a screen trying to figure things out. How can we give them more time back? And in some cases that will be elevating some of the day-to-day responsibilities or functionality to above property.
Beautiful, beautiful. And last one, listen, the number one reason we had chose Actabl for our property is support. Like I can create software tomorrow. I cannot support it. That's the number one key here. So can you tell us a little bit about your support process and how it works and what do you usually give customers like me?
Yeah, sure. So we have a customer success function. So we'll pair you with someone that really knows your business, is not trying to sell you on other products, but is trying to just sit on the same side of the table and support you and be there to partner with you and think strategically about what's next. We have our support function for the day-to-day functionality and questions. And I think importantly, this is a people-driven business, right?
Correct.
So we still have people that are answering chats, that are getting on calls, that are picking up the phone. So we know that's really important in hospitality, and we'll maintain that going forward.
It's not AI. I don't get the AI agent.
I'm trying to like replicate myself as an agent. Maybe next year you'll get Agent Steven.
Perfect. Listen, how can everybody get in contact with you?
So go to our website, check out hoteldata.com to see the latest trends, and then look for all of the AI launches that we're putting out online, LinkedIn, our website. I don't know if we're TikTok influencers yet, but anywhere online you can look for Actabl AI.
And you'll be able to find them on TikTok because it's going to be on TikTok too. So
there we go. We're going to launch it here. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And thank you for joining us for another episode. This is Bruce Jordan of Michael Jordan Hotels signing out. Hey, what's going on? It's Bruce Jordan, the hotel revenue expert. I just want to take a quick second to thank you for watching this video. If you could just do us a big favor and just subscribe to the channel. We have a lot more videos like this, more information, great information about hotels. I'm also the author of the Hotel Revenue Bible. You can get that book on hotelrevenuebible.com. And we are here to answer all your questions. So if you have any questions, just shoot us a quick text at 321-321-2002. That's 321-321-2002. And you can book a revenue call. Go to hotelrevenuecall.com and we can answer any and all your questions. Just make an appointment with me. You'll do one-on-one with me. You'll be able to do one-on-one with me, and we could go ahead and get all your questions answered and see if you have any revenue issues that needs to be resolved. Talk to you soon. Thank you again. Hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate you.